like 5'10".
Oh, wow.
Oh, girl. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me feel like a little midget. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hold the Mayo. With me, as always, Sam, the man McMahon. How you doing?
Good, dude. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Douche.
And I am Dan Gutierrez, IV, coming to you with the cowboy hats on, as always. We got to keep our brains in. And today, we're going to talk about fantasy football. NFL season kicked off a couple weeks ago. We're headed into week 3 of fantasy. And believe it or not, Sammy and I are matched up against each other. So we're going to have a good little discussion on that. Right, Sammy?
All about, yeah, real good discussion. We'll have lots to say about this one. All I got to say, all bow to your champion. Until I'm no longer, I am your champion.
All right, we'll take that with an asterisk, as always. And then after that, we're going to talk about a commercial that I shot last week, an extra commercial, a print job that I was in. We'll give you some details on that. And then, as always, the infamous $1 billion. Actually, my lawyer called me, said we had to drop it down to $100 million. We can't do the billion anymore. $100 million single frame challenge. As always, Sam will give a guess on it. He's gotten a couple of them right. You got to go back and watch. So guess on those if you want to be included in the drawing. It's going to happen in 25 years. We're going to do the drawing for that. But the money will be there, I promise.
Freaking lawyers. Freaking lawyers.
And then we'll wrap it up and let it go into the rest of the week. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to jump into fantasy football and the NFL right after this. Hold the man.
Jeepers, it's the creeper!
What do we do now? It's a mystery.
I know. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Zoinks! It's Lucy, like our favorite State Farm agent lady.
Hi, gang. I'll handle it. And that's not really a monster.
Creeper!
Mr. Carswell!
You meddling kids.
State Farm takes the mystery out of dealing with insurance. Get to a groovier state.
But for those who don't know, my douche jerk buddy here, my douche jerk, traded Deebo Samuel for Josh Allen. And it's not that he traded him. He was presented with this trade. It was like the gods just came out and said, hey, here you go.
Yeah, here's the God. Cue the God music.
Oh. And not only did it happened the week that you and I happened to play each other.
And it happened the week after I defeated the guy who gave me his guy.
Yes.
So he wasn't even bitter that I smoked him last week.
On draft night, I was actually kind of irritated because I hate when people just kind of throw monkey wrenches into drafts just to be stupid. And I told him, dude, don't do that next year at the draft.
Listen, quarterbacks?
Yes.
Yeah, as it was happening, I'll give you my play-by-play. As it was happening, I saw he had already drafted Mahomes. So, and I kind of wanted Allen from the get-go anyways. But once it got up to like $50 or like $40, I was like, I don't want to pay this much for him. So I only bid like another 1 or 2 times just because I felt like I was forcing him to drive up the price.
Right, yeah.
Like, okay, you really want him? All right. Let me pull a couple of dollars in there. Just say, hey, just a little bit.
I don't. I mean, he said he was drinking, and like I don't think he even realized that he already had Mahomes when he did all that. He was just, hey, I like Josh Allen. I'll go get him too. So for those of y'all who don't know, we do an auction draft. We have a $300 cap, and we can bid. You can get anybody that you want, as long as you can afford them. If you're willing to pay more than somebody else and you have it, you can have them. Well, the guy that paid $80-ish for Patrick Mahomes, okay. I mean, you never really want to pay that much for a quarterback because there's a lot of good ones. But if you do, Mahomes is generally the safest guy to go after. So he got him, and then he just decided, you know what? I'm drunk enough. I'll get Josh Allen too, and paid about the same amount of money. And so he wasted all his money, and his team's not that bad. That's the goofy thing. Had he actually used his money smartly, he would have been in really good shape.
Yeah, he definitely would have done a lot better. I on the other hand, picked up Puka. I still don't know how to pronounce my dude's last name, but he is
Nakua.
destroying Nakua.
Yeah. Puka Nakua.
He is the Hawaiian version of not Cooper Rush. Oh my god. Not
Good Lord.
and
this is the guy who just pulled off the trade. Doesn't even know names.
No, I have an infatuation with Cooper Rush.
I do know that.
He's the Hawaiian version of Wes Welker and Cooper Cup, not Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because I read the scouting reports.
Dude, as soon when you did that,
everyone's like, "Who's that?"
Everybody laughed. Everybody laughed. But we all kind of knew once we saw Rams, we thought, okay, there's a little bit of logic there, but surely not. Okay, whatever. $1. What's $1? Okay.
Not for $1.
And then he goes up and gets the most targets and the most catches of any receiver in their first 2 games in the history of the NFL.
That's right.
Like, come on, dude.
Woo.
Whatever half part of your soul you sold to the devil.
Hey,
it better be worth it. That's all I gotta say.
I've been
and if
trying
you
to
lose
sell my soul to the devil for years. He's finally listened to me. He finally made me a deal.
Right? Right?
Yeah. So we're heading into week 3, and it's me versus Sam the Man McMahon over there going head to head. What's your prediction?
You're defending champion, Sam McMahon.
With an asterisk.
Whatever.
What's your prediction, Sammy? What's going to happen?
I was literally looking at this, trying to find. Okay, I was looking at matchups, and is there a path for me to pull off some kind of upset? I didn't think I was going to beat you before the trade, because Kelsey had a rough game coming back last week, kind of getting his legs back from under him. This week, I bet he goes off. Nakua put up monster points against maybe the best defense in football against the 49ers. Cowboys may have something to say about that, but still, I mean, they're one of the best defenses. Now you got Josh Allen. In a few weeks, you're going to have Jonathan Taylor come back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I even told Dan, I go, dude, you should have at least gotten Jonathan Taylor out of him too. Because I know you wouldn't have said no.
No, I know he's coming back. He's on the PUP list, but that was, I think, a strategic move that he made between him and his agent. They said, let's do this. Maybe we can get you out of Indy and go somewhere else. Spots open up all the time. Maybe he ends up with the Jets. I don't know if they can afford him.
Maybe
Cleveland lost Chubb for the year. They just added Hunt back to their roster is what I saw. I think they'll be okay with Hunt for a little bit.
Yeah, I picked up Cream in a couple of leagues, but yeah, no, you're gonna win. You're gonna beat. I don't think I have a chance this week. If I win this week, then something went awfully wrong for you, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, and it could happen. I understand, but it sounds like you're predicting a loss for yourself and a victory for me. I'll take that all day long,
dude. Although you do know what happens with my predictions, they rarely come true. So maybe I'm playing the reverse psychology game.
What are you?
I'm reverse psychologizing this.
What are you, Sicilian now? You're a Sicilian?
That's right.
The best of a Sicilian when death is on the line. Actually, he died. Remember, don't forget that. So
I know that was my fake. That was my fake little death. That was my fake little death.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
awesome.
Dude, yeah, you're gonna wipe me. So.
All right. Well, we'll give everybody an update next week on what happens between the matchup of the year between myself, Horse Shiite is the name of my team, and Sam. What's the name of your team? Do you have a name? Oh yeah. Mine for this week. My team's name is Douche Jerk, which is French.
Right.
For gonna win.
Yeah, it pretty much is. My team name is Naval Fuzz.
Naval Fuzz. That's right. How can I forget that? Anyways, we'll give you guys an update on that next week. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then right now we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to talk about a print ad that I filmed or shot last week and who was included in that. One of my co-stars. So we'll talk about that right after this break.
Hold the Mayo.
It's official. Caleb Williams is transferring.
My man.
To Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Everybody say nacho! Nacho! It's melty, it's crunchy, and it's queso-y. Easiest choice I've ever made. Of course, he's not the only one transferring. Heyo! Steelers got room for 2 quarterbacks.
Sorry, and who are you?
Matt Leinart, quarterback, national champion.
Afraid that doesn't ring a bell.
For the full nacho experience from all 4 sides.
Where's the beef?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
All right. Welcome, everybody, back to Hold the Mayo.
Hold the Mayo.
Hold the Mayo. And so, yeah, you can tell I'm pretty dang bitter about this whole fantasy football thing. I kind of got screwed in this process, but that's all right, dude. All I got to say is if you lose, the world will know, and the world will hear about it, I promise you. So last week we were off. We took a break because you were doing some kind of something. You were shooting an ad, and you told me who this ad was with, and I was like, ooh, I know who that person is. So explain this to us.
Yeah. So last week I was in Tampa, and we shot a print ad for the Tampa airport. And we means including myself, of course, and Elvia Hill. Elvia Hill is the one of the co-stars of season 5 of Cobra Kai. She was in episode 1 and 2. She co-starred in those episodes. She is her character is Maria. She was the wife of Miguel's dad. And if you watch Cobra Kai, you'll remember the scene where there's a little kid running out into the street. Miguel runs out there and saves the kid, and Maria, Elvia Hill, is the mom of the kid and has an interaction with him and is in the episode from there, in a couple of different spots. So I shot the ad with her. It's kind of set up where in a couple of the pictures, it's set up where she's like my business partner. In another picture for a different restaurant, we're set up more in a more romantic type of setting, where she's either my wife, my fiance, or something along those lines. But we're there on a date, essentially. And
I see the candle lights and the lights come down and the mood music coming on.
Yeah, no, there was no candles, but it was a very intimately lit setup. And I got my lobster and steak. She has a little vegetarian meal. There's wine. There's like the libations are being poured, and we're toasting to something in the picture. So amazing talent. She was great to hang out with for 10 hours. I'm sure she enjoyed my company as well.
Oh, totally. I'm sure she did.
Yeah. And then she followed me on Instagram, which is cool.
Oh yeah, did she?
We followed each other. That way, it's better that she follows me back. That way, I'm not stalking her.
Right.
Amazingly gifted person, very talented, very beautiful lady, and that's where it ends there. Because I come home to my wife and kids.
Oh yeah, no. That's just what you did. That's cool, dude. That's really cool. Did y'all talk Cobra Kai at all?
A little bit. It's interesting when you're on set with people who have experience in stuff that's kind of like, consider, big stuff, because I had already looked it up, but I didn't want to tell her, hey, I was stalking you and I looked you up and I saw everything you did, which I do for every job that I've been on, because a couple days before, they'll send out the list of talent, right? So it'll say Dan Gutierrez, male talent, blah, blah, blah. So-and-so, right? It'll have everybody's name listed out. So I'll go through real quick and I'll look and see who's done what. So I'd already seen that she had done Cobra Kai, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I've got Scarlett Johansson,
right?
Hill, Cobra Kai. I'm making some connections in this industry, man. I'm moving on up, right? So in addition to Cobra Kai, she was also in, and you may have seen this one too, but not noticed her because she wasn't one of the main characters, obviously. But Will Smith in Bad Boys for Life, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. She was in one of those scenes as well. Back in 2020, before COVID. Everything she in my conversation with her, she's saying she struggled a lot during COVID, just like everybody did, because it was very, very little work. But she's back up and running, and she's doing 1 or 2 things a month, essentially. Cobra Kai last year, this year, my print ad. Who knows what's next for her? She's definitely a rising star. and I am blessed and happy that I had the opportunity to do this job with her because it's going to be there for a long time on the website.
That's cool, dude. It's got to be really cool kind of seeing your work out there, just out in the public whenever you come across it, or you see a commercial come up and, hey, dude, that's me.
Yeah, definitely. My the local commercial I told you about for the NFL games, I haven't seen it yet. I may have just missed it, or it hasn't been published yet, but that's going to be out there soon. As soon as I get my hands on it, everyone here will see it. I know everybody's waiting to see it. Some of my commercials I've actually run during the commercials that we go to break to during our show.
No.
I don't know how that happens.
Man, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence, I think. The algorithm. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool when you see your work out there. Because you know that it's fun, but everybody's seeing it and people are starting to notice me. I'm quoting the Joker. People are starting to notice me. So that's what happened last week. So we weren't able to shoot an episode, but we're back now, better than ever, getting ready for what's coming up next, which is going to be another single frame movie challenge. Right after
I'm going to pull an audible. We're going to come back. No, we're going to come back from break, and I've got a story before we do the movie challenge.
Oh, I love story time.
Story time.
All right. On Hold the Mayo. We'll be right back.
Hold the Mayo.
Ooh.
Geico makes car insurance easy.
Enjoy your flight. You too.
As easy as saying the wrong thing.
Me too. Really?
What?
Dad, why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Do I look like I'm going on vacation, sir?
It's not how airports work, man.
You could?
Dad.
Are we leaving or?
I don't even want to go on vacation anymore.
I thought I knew you.
She has hairspray that is over the limit.
With an app that puts your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
And you're not wearing socks. Get a grip, man.
And we're back on Hold the Mayo. How you doing, Sammy?
Dude, I'm good, kinda. I got to tell you my story.
Yeah. Before we get into the story, I do want to tell you, I'm going to warn you, get your lube ready. Get your lube ready. That way it won't be so painful. But I get you this week, starting tonight.
Whatever, dude. You just better hope you win. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
You know what? It'll be fun either way. All right, here we go. Sammy told us he has a story he wants to share. Sammy, I'm going to give you the mic. What's your story, man? It's story time.
So do you remember, and I'm sure our millions and millions of fans do, whenever I said pray for me, whenever I said we were going to start playing softball again? So last week was our second week of softball, and we had a double header. So the first week I played, and we won pretty comfortably, and it'd been probably 10 plus years since I'd sprinted before that. And I forgot how hard it is for a fat guy to sprint. And I was never fast, but I was slower than I ever thought I could have been. So, okay. And I was sore. We played on Saturday. I was sore till about Wednesday. Okay, fine, whatever. Well, this past Saturday, we had a doubleheader. And this first game, I won't get into the back and forth of the game, but we squeaked out a win against a really good team. Barely won 13-12. And then ended up winning the second game pretty comfortably. I pitch. Well, in that first game, I hit a ball, if you call what I did hitting it, and I started running to first base. And if you call what I do, run. And all of a sudden, my leg seizes up on me. I freaking pull a muscle in my right quad as I'm running to first base. I did not know legitimately that you could pull a muscle running that slow. I didn't think it was possible. I don't know. I stretched before this game. I pulled a muscle. Another guy pulled his hammy. He's actually out this week, and he's 29. Another guy pulled both of his quads. We're falling by the freaking wayside, dude.
Man, you guys are going to have to pick up some ringers soon. This is week 2 this happens?
Week 2, yeah. This was just this past week.
You know what I'll give you, Sammy? You outlasted Aaron Rodgers. Congratulations.
I did.
Congratulations.
And I'm older
It's
than
week
Aaron
2.
Rodgers, too. Yes. I'm older than Aaron Rodgers, and I outlet that dude.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, too.
Make sure
Whatever.
you take that to the bedroom tonight.
Right. So, I appreciate everybody's prayers. Let's send them up a little higher and a little faster and a little more of them because I'm recovering. I think I'm okay now. But, man, I haven't tried to run. I've just kind of rested it. But we're going to see what happens next time I have to sprint, jog, gallop, whatever, to first base.
Yeah. Let me see your knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not scratched up. Yeah, so you're actually running pretty good then. You're not dragging.
Oh, someone's got jokes.
Sammy, well, so the request is more prayers. Everybody out there who sees this, please, please, please pray for Sammy. He needs your help. I need a co-host on this show.
Right.
I don't want him in traction or in the hospital and not being able to do the show. So everybody who's watching this, please pray for Sammy to be safe and for his teammates as well, because it seems like they're all old people falling apart. We need viewers. We're Sammy.
Undefeated. We're undefeated. We are undefeated. That's all I got to say.
All right, we're going to shift gears here, Sammy. We appreciate the story. I'm sure prayers will come. We're going to do the single movie frame challenge with a twist.
Ooh.
We're gonna do a TV show today.
Ooh.
So
TV show. All right.
Get ready, Sammy. You got your glasses on. Here you go. I'm gonna put this on the screen. You're gonna give us your guess, your best guess. Hopefully it's right, and we can keep you in the drawing. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. Everybody's watching. Please pay attention. I'm gonna put it on the screen now.
Oh, totally know it. One of my favorite shows. And it's a little hint. We've talked about it tonight. Cobra Kai.
All right, Sammy.
Strike
you
first,
locking
strike
it in?
hard, no mercy, baby.
Locking it in with Cobra Kai, sweep the leg.
That's right. Sweep the leg.
Okay, Sammy's locking it in. Cobra Kai. That's all we got today. It was quick, short, informative, and it's going to be fun because next week we're going to find out what happens between the matchup that Sammy and I are going to have starting tomorrow, week 3.
Down.
He says I'm going down. I'm going downtown. Thanks so much, Sammy. Hold the mail, dude.
All right, dude. Later. Hold the mail.
Yeah. Douche jerk. Douche jerk. Is that fancy, like French words?
Yes, that is your team name from now on. Douche jerk.
Sam, I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
Yes,
No, you don't.